Dear students, so here we are going to continue the second module with a new chapter called shell script. So what is a shell script? When a group of commands is stored in a file and the file itself executed, then the file is called a shell script. Earlier, so far, we used to execute the command one by one, but now from here onward, we will be executing the command in a file form. We can put a set of commands in a file and we can execute the file itself. In such way, the file itself is called the shell script. Now, for example, hash exclamatory sentence /bin/bash. It is the bash shell. It is the shell which is going to execute this command. Using the hash sample shell script. Using the hash, it is kind of a comment line. So after hash, whatever you put, that will be considered as a comment in a shell script. But first line hash is there, that is not like that. That will be considered as a line of the file and it just shows which shell will execute this script. So the shell which is going to execute this script is called bash and its current location is under the bin directory which is present in the root directory. Now echo, the date is date. Echo, our shell is $shell. Echo, the current directory is pwd. Echo, our home directory is home. Echo, the processes running on our system are shown below ps. So how many commands? 3 plus 2, 5. 5 commands we are executing at a time in a file. So output will be the date. The date is that current date will be displayed. Our shell is that current shell, which is nothing but bash shell. It will be displayed. The current directory is pwd. Current working directory will be displayed, and our home directory is $home. Current home directory it will be displayed in which directory we are currently present in, and what are the processes it is running. It will display with this message. Now here special parameters used by shell. Some special parameters are there which is used by the shell. Now suppose $1, $2. It is called positional parameters representing command line arguments. So it is called positional parameters representing the command line arguments. $hash, number of arguments specified in command line. So some programs will be executed using the command line. So in the command line, how many arguments you have passed? So the number of arguments will be passed will be stored in $hash. $1 and $2 it is called the positional parameter. Means this argument is position at number 1, this is position 2, this is position 3. Next is $0, name of the executed command, the command itself which has executed. Then $star, it complete set of positional parameters as a single string. All the positional parameters name or contents will be stored in $star. $@, each quoted string treated as a separate argument. Each quoted string treated as a separate argument. Dollar question mark exit status of last command. Exit status of last command. Dollar dollar PID of the current shell. Dollar exclamatory sentence PID of the last background. The dollar question mark, we have a set of command. So the status exit state, like every command when it executes, it returns either 0 or non-zero value. So if it has executed successfully, it will return 0, otherwise it will return any non-zero value. So that exit status will be stored in the dollar question mark. Now exit 0. It is used when everything went fine. Exit 1 used when something went wrong. For example, every command returns an exit status to the caller. For example, call cat foo. If foo file is not present, then cat, you can display a message cat can't open foo. Returns a non-zero exit status. Cat employee n dot first. Now if we see the dollar question mark, it stores the exit status of the last command. It has the value 0 if the command succeeds and a non-zero value if the. Now in this case, since foo file is not present, it is not open, so its exit status of this command cat command is non-zero. But here employee n dot first, this file is present and it can be opened. So this command cat command has executed successfully. Then the content of exit status will be 0 value, and here dollar question mark, we can see the content of exit status, you can see using the dollar question mark. Now for example, dollar grep director employee n dot first transfer to dev null. I want to see the echo dollar. Since the director pattern is present in employee n dot first, so its exit status is dollar. This redirecting to dev null, it is a file or location in which whatever you put, its value will always be 0. So content of this I am putting it to 0 because I am not interested in the content of the output of this command. I am interested only in the exit status of this command. So we can see the exit status of this command using the echo dollar question mark. So since this command has been executed successfully, so its the content of dollar question mark is 0. Now for example, grep director employee n dot first. In case if it is not there, if director is not present in employee n dot first, then its exit status will be 1. Now grep director employee 10 dot first. Suppose this file only itself is not present, then also this command will not execute and its exit status will be 2. Failure in opening file. Next we have a logical operator and ampersand and bar bar. Now command 1 ampersand command 2. The command 2 is executed only when command 1 succeeds. If command 1 is successfully executed, then only command 2 will be executed. And in this case, or command 2 will be executed only when the command 1 has failed. This is the difference. In this one, first one, command 2 will be executed only when the command 1 has been successfully executed. In this one, command 2 has been executed only when command 1 has failed. Next, grep director employee n dot first ampersand echo pattern found in file.